The brands that are investing in brand equity right now, it's a smart bet.
What's been the most surprising thing that you've observed since you're in the front lines and I know how you roll? Anything pop up in the last week or two? You're like, huh?
In the past week or two,
just like, or in the last 2 months, like, is there like, did a brand do something clever? Are you seeing a startup do something on TikTok that you're like, oh, wait a minute? Or, just anything out of the ordinary that's like, I'm trying to extract value for everybody who's watching. And I think your hot take, it might not even be a well thought through concept yet, but I think the ingredients of your hot take could be extremely valuable.
Well, I think one of the coolest things that I've seen of late is super geeky. So I'm just going to warn you, it is super geeky. And so for those of you who are into it, great. For others of you, I may lose you forever. But I was talking to a client the other day, and they were telling me about how they're planning for the second wave of COVID and how they're planning their supply chain. And basically what he did was created this model that had the 19 pandemic and the different waves of when things were happening, the demand signals that were coming out in March and April on the things that were most important from a comfort perspective, and then the effect of the 2008 downturn and what that meant for private label. And so when you start overlaying all of those other things, he was able to figure out which of the products that he thinks will start flying off the shelf come October, November, so he can prioritize his supply chain accordingly. And that is like taking e-com data and really making business impact. And that's one of those things where this data is so rich, and so actionable, and still kind of sitting in the corner. The more you can get those use cases out there and become that source of truth, that's when you can start modeling like that and saying, oh, you know what? I need to make more cans of this kind of soup and less cans of the other, because I know this is what people are going to value. And that's why brand equity is so important today, right? So people were abandoning brand equity immediately because, hey, that marketing is the first thing that gets cut. But we're going into an economic downturn. And so if you want people to pick your brand over somebody else's, after working a decade on Oreos, let me tell you, people aren't buying great value sandwich cookies, not even in an economic downturn. So what is it about your brand that's going to make it that much more important? And so the brands that are investing in brand equity right now, it's a smart bet.